It's the 4th of July, and what's more American than throwing millions of dollars at healthcare? It's the July 3rd episode of Health in 2.00.
Glad to see that patriotism is back in fashion, at least in the small area of taking all the money in American society and giving it to healthcare. And we have proof. I mean, I guess, Jess, we've been thinking that there's been a lot of activity in the last few weeks since we've been waiting for COVID, to drop off, despite the fact that people told us, oh, there'll be no more spending. But now, what does Startup Health say?
9.1 billion this year so far. First half of the year. Up 20% almost from where we were last year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So the first half was a bit bigger than the second. The first quarter was a bit bigger than the second quarter, but still, ridiculously big. And this is our second time on this week, showing that there's a lot.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's like a ton of stuff happening. It's amazing.
All right, well, let's do it in 2 minutes.
Get the timer because we're starting out with some big news.
Go.
Accolade has filed its IPO. Congratulations on going public. Mr. Holt, what do you think?
Yes, so they went out a value of about, did about 120 million, growing about 25%. So not exactly Livongo style stuff. Went out at about a value of 1.2 billion. Stock traded up the first day around a value of 2 billion. Good. This is a navigation service aimed at employers, a little bit of health plans to help people navigate around the healthcare system and get into cheaper, better alternatives. It's actually a great service. A lot of people in this game, kind of like Grand Rounds-ish. I expect they'll see them going out soon. Well on them on getting out. Another one to look at, but it's kind of a little bit close to cost like what they do too, and they didn't do so well. So hopefully they'll keep going.
That's what we keep hearing. All right, Somatus gets 64 million for chronic kidney disease. This is supposed to be a hot area this year. So
yeah, I don't know this company, but the government changed. The Trump government did something good. Said we're going to start trying to fix kidney disease. It's been terribly badly dealt with. DaVita and Fresenius are the two big companies. They run dialysis centers, and a bunch of startups, including one I know very well because the CEO is a roommate of mine, Cricket Health, are in this game. But Somatus just got that big chunk, and there's 2 or 3 others in that space as well. So watch your kidneys.
All right, NexHealth gets 15 million. You said this is the big one.
Well, only because, I didn't really see this. These guys are kind of like ZocDoc plus other stuff. They're doing booking appointments, but also other stuff, mostly with dentists. You'd have thought this had already been done, a lot of companies in this space, but they're growing rapidly. They have allegedly somewhere between 12 and 15 and 25,000 clients on the system. So good luck to these guys.
All right, Tatch gets 4.25 million for disrupting the diagnosis of sleep apnea. This is cool to me.
Yeah, patch that goes on you and can tell you whether or not you have sleep apnea as opposed to needing an overnight sleep lab test. Should be a big deal.
All right, Simply Speak gets 1.1 million in a seed round.
Yes, this is another, listen to what the doctor's saying and put it in the computer.
It's to telehealth, though. Optimize.health gets 3.5 million seed.
Just got there. Yes, I was going fast in the one. Yes, you're right. It was telehealth primarily.
Well, that's an important thing to note there, my friend.
Just for telehealth. All right. Optimize, though, is where I think healthcare is going to end up going. They're going to try to, they're one of the first ones to try, and Current Health in this space as well as some others, to try to figure out this remote monitoring and put a platform in place for all different types of monitoring, for all different types of devices. I've seen some other stuff coming down the path here, Sentinel and some other companies as well. The goal is, can you basically build a network of all these IoT devices with some intelligence on it that will end up helping people monitor chronically ill and acutely people at home, including people who have COVID. We may have noticed or heard that the COVID rates are going back up. Hospitals are getting full in Southern California and Arizona and Houston and Florida and elsewhere. And, the answer has got to be to move out of the hospital system. By the way, you may have seen in other news, Mayo did a deal with Medically Home, which is a company that does hospital at home to get more people at home. And it's another kind of remote monitoring company in the same kind of space. So I've been talking about this for a while. You named it for me. Thank you, Jess. The continuous clinic. So the continuous clinic, where you are, it's like the organizational management function of that thing that me and Indu have been talking about forever, the flip stacked organization, healthcare organization, which starts with technology and then starts delivering other services and eventually care on top of that. So Optimize Health is in that bucket, small round, but interesting. I think we'll see a lot more money heading in that direction shortly. Plus, you've got the Livongos of the world and Telos of the world who are going to be heading there as well.
Who else is
No,
out?
we're done past 2 minutes. Can't ask another question.
I'll just leave my own
Comment.
No, I have no comments.
Well, what was your commentary question?
No. It's all right. I'll work it into another 2 minutes somewhere down the road with somebody else.
Okay.
All right. So what are you up to for the 4th?
Not much for the 4th. I'm going to Tahoe next week. I'll phone one in from there, depending how busy it is, or we'll make sure I do it with you or something else. Or are you going on vacation next week? Because you told me at one point you're going on vacation this week, but it's already Thursday evening. I don't think you've been on vacation at all.
I've tried, and it's to no avail here. I've worked the whole time.
Better luck next week. Come back with, the patriotic pride of having done nothing good.
I'm just going to give up. All right, guys. Well, if you want to follow along on the exploits of Mr. Holt over there on Twitter, he is at BoltyBoy, and I, of course, am at Jess Samasa. And you can visit thehealthcareblog.com to sign up for our adorable newsletter, which brings you these cute little Health in 2.0s, plus WTF Health interviews, plus information about the THCB gang, which I heard was a good one today, our live panel show that airs every week on Thursdays, and also good stories from the blog. So there, go and sign up for that. That's the longest sell I've ever made for that. And it felt good. It felt real good.
Oh, good. Can I say 2 things? TCB gang next week. So this week was a disgrace. All men. Zoe Khan is going to take it over next week, and hopefully have all women. So I hope she'll drag you onto that as well. And I also want to give a quick plug with something happening this weekend. Anybody who catches this, it's live and it goes out. There is a global hackathon. And you can find out more about that if I could figure out the right tab, which of course I can't do. You can figure out more about that. It's
how many tabs do you have open?
Oh, about 5,000. It's
COVID that you actually ended up on.
COVID-global-hackathon-2.devpost.com. So it's,
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. COVID-19 Global Hackathon 2.0. Go search that. You'll find it. I'll tweet about it. Look at my Twitter stream. It's going to be going for a whole week. All kinds of cool social changes, healthcare changes, mental health, behavioral health stuff. And I will be emceeing some kind of weird keynote. Not weird, but keynote done in a different fashion than many others. Sometime on Sunday morning around 11 a.m., either 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. I'll have to figure out the exact time, Pacific time on Sunday. And that's the Global Hackathon. And look forward to hopefully seeing a few of you come back.
All right. Well, great.
You said way too much after the fact now.
So much after the fact. That's it. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.